Hello and welcome back to Dabnica on the survival series. Right, so what I've done is I've put 2 more sell points for the firewood. 3 is just not enough. I know I was saying in my last episode that I'm not going to put any more in, but I really want to start getting into things and start cracking on with stuff. And we've got a lot of firewood to sell, and pretty much most sell points you can sell as much of what you've got, as long as you've got it to sell. But with the firewood we can't do that, so I decided to put 2 more in. To do that, all I did was go into the placeables and then miscellaneous, and if you just go along you'll see 2 eventually. Yeah, there you go, 2 firewood sell points, only £10 each, so I've put 2 more of the big ones in, these size. So we're going to sell this wood, we're going to get it done because I do want to do a few things. So the first sell point that I put in is just here, so hopefully it'll take quite a bit of this, if not all. Right, so we've had £4,000 for that, and if we just bring up the F1 menu, the capacity of that one is a lot lower than the other ones, and they are random. So I think the one round the corner, the first sell point I put in on the sawmill, is around 8,000, nearly 9,000 it holds, as that was only 3,000. And then there's one more here, so I don't know again what this one will hold. Well, that's taken quite a lot. It's given us 10,000, so that's a pretty good one. So we just have a look again, bring up the F1 menu. So that's 7,000. It's taken 6,000, it says. Right, so we've done pretty well there. That's 23,000. So that gives me enough money to do. Well, definitely gives me enough money to do what I want to do, which is get a bunker to do some silage. If we have a look just quickly at the grass that we mowed last time, we got quite a bit of it, but there is a few trees that we need to probably get rid of so we can clear out a little bit more and do a bit more mowing. And then hopefully with the grass that we've got now, and if we do get a chance to do some more, we can put it all in the bunker, and then obviously we can start doing some silage. But then that bunker next year, what I'm going to do is grow corn, and hopefully we can do some CCM, because it is good money. So if we can get the equipment to do CCM, we can make quite a bit of money from it. Right, so another thing that I was actually thinking of doing as well, for probably next harvest with some corn for CCM, so we might have to extend the fields out, is get some potatoes. So instead of doing sugar beets, we could do potatoes, but then we could also use the Global Company mods, the potato washer and the potato sorter, to sell premium potatoes and washed potatoes. Probably premium is what we'll actually end up selling, and maybe in this kind of playthrough we can start going down the path of doing more production kind of things, just to see if it boosts some money up quickly. I think that'll be a good idea anyway, so that could be the plan. I do need to go and buy some things now, so that's what I'm going to quickly go and do. I need to go and get some more pellets, because we're going to have to do a bit more clearing if we want to have more land to mow on. And also I want to get a front loader bucket for this attachment on the front of this tractor for when we do pick up the sugar beets when they are ready. We will need to pick them up with a bucket and obviously put them into a trailer. And then another thing we're going to need if we're doing silage is we're going to need probably a loading wagon. We need to pick up the grass swaths, and I think the easiest way for us to do it is obviously get a cheap loading wagon. Now there is some really good mods out there for quite reasonably priced loading wagons. So I'll go down to the shop, we'll have a look what's on offer, and hopefully we can get a good deal with a little bit of money left and buy some pallets and whatever else we need, because I think I've been looking at bunkers. Bunkers are around 5,000 to 7,000 depending on which one you want to go for. It's weird because the ones that are just the tyres on the floor are quite expensive compared to some other ones, so we'll probably get a better looking one for cheaper actually. Right, so I'm at the shop, so let's just have a quick look at what we can get. Right, so there's this one here that's only £650. It's obviously used, it's supposed to look used, and even it is new, it's only £650. It holds 23,000 litres, so that is a really good option. There's this one that's 675 and it holds 11,000, so not as big but still quite cheap. There's another one here for 3,400, nowhere near the same amount of price, so it wouldn't be good idea to get that. So what I'll do is I'll get this one. It kind of looks the deal. I'll get it brand new at £650. It's not going to be brand new, obviously, looking at it, but it'll do the job. And then I'll buy 3 more firewood pallets. Right, so I'm going to go with this one. This is 1,850 litres, second-hand, 1,800. So I think this will do the job just right. So let's just get hooked up to the bucket, which does look big, but with the rear weight we should be fine. Because the volume itself isn't enough to probably tip the tractor. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just manually lift these in, because I know I can actually lift these, they're not too heavy. Now, I don't know if I can fit 3 in. That is a good question. Don't think I can. Not unless I try and put one on the top, which will be a bit of a challenge. But I might be able to do it. Good thing about it is, as long as it's not full, if you've got any wood in it, they are not too bad. Right, there we go. Looks a bit crazy, but it works. So let's take this back first, and then we'll have to come back for the loading wagon. And let's hope we don't hit anything with it being so tall now. Shouldn't do. So obviously I've got 2 trips to do now. So what I'll do is I'll do the trips that I need to do, and then I'll cut back in when everything that I've just bought is back on our farm. Right, I'll just put that there. So what I'll quickly do is just go and put some fuel in this, because we're probably going to need it. It would help if I get close enough. There we go. So I parked up the tractor in the bucket here with the trailer. I'll leave that there. This is something that I forgot to mention in my last episode that I did actually get, which was a way to wash the tractors. I actually got this from a recommendation from a comment that I saw, and unfortunately the comment did disappear. So I can't obviously give credit to who it was, but they probably know who they are if they're watching this video. They did recommend this. It's kind of like a hose jet wash kind of thing, but it works really well and it's not expensive. I'll quickly try and find it. Hopefully it'll be in miscellaneous. There it is. So it's only £98. So it was a perfect suggestion. I did put that in, and I recorded it on the last episode, me using it just right at the end of the clip. But I forgot to mention that I actually bought it, so yeah. But I've mentioned it now anyway, so it's another thing that I've added on to the farm. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bunker in, so then at least we know where it is, and then that's sorted. And then probably what I'm going to do is do some clearing of the logs so we can actually mow a little bit more of the ground before we start windrowing all this up to pick up. The actual trees that I'm going to do, I'm going to chop them up and put them in the trailer as like chunks of wood to sell, because we can still obviously sell as much wood as we want as long as we don't turn it into firewood. And all the firewood sell points now are full up and I don't want to put any more in. So I think that's the plan anyway. So let's first just have a look at putting in a bunker. I have seen one that was actually the best price, so I'm just going to go with that one, which is this one here, 5,500. Now it is obviously quite big, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And I think what I'll do is I'll put it out the way down here. I think that'll do. It's not perfectly aligned, but it'll do. And as you can see, there's a tree there that we need to sort out. But I think that's alright, that is. And we've got some grass that we can obviously clear off now. So we might go up and down this and sort this out. There is bits of trees sticking out. So if we just quickly get the tractor now, we might not need to do any clearing on the other side. If we can mow all that bit down there, that should be enough. But I do want to get as much done as I can in this episode, obviously with keeping within the 30-minute mark I like to do on my episodes. So if I could get everything in the bunker covered up, I'll be happy. That might be a bit of an ask. So it looks like we've got a tree stump here. So we're just going to have to get rid of that. There's also this here that's not obviously the best. But as long as we can keep it under the ground. Alright, so that's that one sorted out. We just need to get rid of this one now. In fact, I don't think I can get rid of this one. I think it's not on my land. So let's just have a quick look at that. No, it's not. So we don't need to worry about that. Pretty much the only thing we need to worry about now is the one that's sticking out from this bit here. Can't sort that out as well. Right, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to terrain form this bit, so this is obviously not sticking out like this. I'll sort it out, and then I'll put my money back where it should be, and then I'll cut back in when I've done it. There we go, I've sorted it out. It's all level again. I've had to basically dig the ground down, take out the trunk from the bottom, but I sorted it out, and I've put my money back to where it should be, for obviously doing all that terrain work that we shouldn't need to do, but we have to do it. So it's all sorted anyway. So we've got a bunker. I had to obviously sort out the grass as well, so some of the grass around it is now not technically ready to mow, but we've got a bit to get through. It's not much because of the way the land works. I kind of own only up to probably like halfway of it, but it's something. It definitely is something. And I'm thinking if we can extend the mowing down to probably about here, them trees seem easy enough to get and chop up and put into here. So I think if we start getting rid of some of these, there we go. And I can quickly do this. Oh, that's disappeared anyway. Yeah, if I can quickly do this and get them in here, then we should still have time in this episode to do some mowing, windrowing, and then picking up. But because I don't want to obviously keep putting logging into each episode, I'll do this now off camera. I'll get as far as I can, and then I'll cut back in when I'm about to do some mowing. Right, so there we go. Cleared off all the way up to the lane bit, so like halfway down there, so that's not too bad. So what we'll do is we'll start mowing as much as we can. I think what I'll do is we'll come back to that bit there and we'll try and mow up as much as we can over here. I'm trying to figure out where the land is as well, because there's definitely a patch that I can do and can't do. probably about this now. This line here. Hopefully this should be where it cuts off at. It's looked fine, so that's alright. We'll have to go round the rock. Hopefully it'll give us a good amount anyway, because the more we can get in there, the more grass we can get in there, the more obviously silage we can get. And silage is good money, it always is, even on hard difficulty. It's still good money. Because it always adds up. And every little helps, really. Especially when you're starting off like this. I know we've got some good money from all the logs we have. But if I wanted to buy a shed, for example, that money would just disappear. If you wanted to get a good tractor, or even a good mower, something with a good size width on it, your money's just going to disappear. So even though it looks like a bit now, it'll soon be used up. So we want to try and get a good source of income. That's why I think CCM should be a good path to take. And anything like that with production as well. So you can do quite a few things now. There's a few production mods that I've seen out and about that I haven't really tried before. So I am open in this series to do them kind of things. The corn drying, washed potatoes, which I am going to be doing on my Italia series, because I have wanted to try that for a while, so it won't be the first time I do that, but we can always do it if it becomes something that's, you know, worthwhile. It really just depends on the equipment for the potatoes and how long it takes to do. I would like to give it a go. Right, so what I'll do is I'll put probably the majority of the mowing and maybe a bit of the windrowing on a time lapse now, and then I'll cut back in when I've hooked up to the pickup wagon, and we'll start collecting some of this grass up and putting it in the pit.
Kinda normal, I couldn't complain. Now it's
We've actually got a lot of grass. I went a little bit further than I initially intended to do. I was only going to go to this track here, so we've actually gone all the way down there, and there's hopefully quite a bit of grass here. It's not going to fill the pit up, but it's still a lot. Hopefully it'll be good money. So let's just start picking this up. So far so good. It's actually got a good pickup on it. Some of these modded pickup wagons and balers as well, sometimes you get them and they leave bits. They really do. But so far this is working perfect. If we get about 50,000 litres, I think that will be a good amount. And I think we're actually going to get more than that though, because we're already at 6,000. So I'm going to guess 70,000. I'm going to go crazy. If we do get that, I'll be really happy, because 70,000 litres of silage is a lot. But we definitely needed a bunker. I mean, it should have been one of probably the first things I got and done silage, because the mini hay bales were good. They were good. It's good to have a mini baler, especially if we get some animals. But I think if you want to make money earlier on, silage is usually the best way to do it. But with all the mods nowadays, with all the production mods and all the added features that you can do, there is a lot more you can start off with. I know I'm missing little bits, but we'll come back for them. I'll make sure I pick up everything. You can tell where I've mowed the grass and little patches. That was where all the like flowers and bushes were. So if we get 3 trailer loads, that's going to be I think 66,000 litres. So if we aim for 3 trailer loads, I'll be happy. Now we're nearly at a full trailer, so we need 2 more. It really just depends. I don't think I'm actually going to get the 70,000 thinking about it, but I am expecting to get maybe 50. Hopefully anyway. 50,000 litres would be good. This one's nearly full. Right, there we go. So this one is full. So we'll quickly go and put this into the pit. I'm probably going to use the smaller tractor when we are compacting, just because it has got bigger tyres. I haven't really got anything else I can use, any tools, but this should be fine. Using the smaller one, it should be fine. Might take a little bit longer. There we go. First load done. Doesn't look like much. It is a big pit. And for the price as well, it was actually really good. We could probably fit a lot more in there. Really could. Let's just get that little bit that I missed. It's quite a big swath this is, but it's not actually giving us a lot of grass. It's a strange one, but it does look a lot bigger than the volume I'm actually picking up. Right, so because I've been recording now for about an hour and a half, and I want to try and keep it within the half an hour, what I'll do is I'll finish this off, and then I'll cut back in when I'm compacting, and then we'll see exactly how much I've got. Right, so we've picked up all the grass. It's all in the pit, and I got 3 full trailer loads and I started on the 4th, so I was actually really close. We got 78,634 litres of grass, which is pretty good going, to be honest. I definitely didn't expect it to be that much. I mean, when I said 70,000, it was more in hope than anything else, but we've done well. This is a lot. This really is a lot, so we just need to compact it now. I think this is the best tractor for it. It's got bigger tyres anyway, so it might take a while, but it's all fun and games unless you get stuck. There we go. It doesn't need to be pretty. We just need to be able to get the sheet on. We can flatten this bit out as well over here. That'll be good. If we had a leveler as well, we could push it up. But it'll be fine. We're going to scoop it into the trailer anyway when it does ferment to sell, so this should be fine. And it won't take long. It usually takes probably 2 full days when I'm running 6-day seasons, and I'm running 3, so possibly it could only take 1 day. But it's levelling out pretty well. We're at 11% now. So I'll carry on compacting this. It's probably going to take a little bit of time, and then I'll cut back in when it's fully done. Right, so it's all done. Took a while, but it's all done. So it's fully compacted, so we may as well put the sheet over it. And I don't know if you've noticed as well, I've got a black sheet now, which I thought was pretty cool. It's more common in the UK to have a black sheet, so I thought I'd go for it. And I also bought some tyres. They're only cheap, but we may as well make it look a little bit more authentic. Stick the tyres on, and then it's all done. And then we just need to pretty much just leave it to ferment, and then we'll see how much money we get. Hopefully it'll be a nice little boost to the bank account, which is what we need on this series. I do want to get a shed, but I think I want to look at maybe getting some kind of proper harvester so we can do corn to do CCM, and then we obviously need a mill as well for the CCM, so we can mill the corn into CCM raw and then obviously ferment it in this pit as a CCM. And it will be worth it because it is good money. You can make a fortune from CCM. It's just doing it right, and obviously it's a lot of work, but we don't mind doing that as long as we get the outcome, which is more cash. So let's just finish this off. I think it'll look much better with these tyres on. Probably bought maybe a little bit too many, but they were only £5. And the last one we can put here. Right, so I think that looks bang on, spot on. So let's just have a look at the F1 menu. So yeah, it's fermenting nicely anyway. So overall, a very productive episode. We've obviously bought the pit. We cleared off some wood so we can obviously get more land to mow, which we've done. We've done a lot of mowing, a lot of windrowing as well. And obviously we've picked it up with our new second-hand looking, really old, needs a paint job kind of loading wagon. But yeah, we've definitely done well. So let's just see how much profit we get from it. But I'm going to leave the video there, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help my channel out. And also, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on Farming Simulator. See ya.